So before I begin, I would like to ask everyone here, do you know what ChatGPT is? Well, if you do not know or may know, sit back first, and now I want you guys to imagine where you are in the classroom, and then your teacher comes to the class and then slaps you with the task asking you to find an article about Indonesia's economic growth. And then they slaps you again with another task asking you to answer a long 15 questions with a format of an essay, without any guidance, examples, or trying to answer your questions when you are in need. Well, I experienced that, and it was hellish, hard, and really traumatic experience that I ever had. But luckily for me, I have my friend ChatGPT to help me during those days. So, what is ChatGPT? Well, before I begin to explain that, after using ChatGPT for some times, it affects me in a way that it can make me go lazy. And this can correlate to a quote from Brett Vogelsinger saying that ChatGPT will be brutal in the classroom, where writing is assigned rather than being taught. So if you guys still don't know what ChatGPT, please listen to the presentation and you can relax and sit back because we will discover this new thing together. So good morning, fellow peers, parents and teachers. My name is Matthew and I'm here to present about how ChatGPT affect the way of students' learning habits. So the topic that I investigate is how do students perceive ChatGPT in their learning style. So why did I choose this topic? As you may know, ChatGPT is an internet that is made from OpenAI, and as these past few years, technology has advanced really quickly and we cannot really stop it. So we cannot even compare to the old days, like students in the old days, they only learn from teachers and from their classes and can be from books that they are given by the school. And nowadays, in the millennial age, we students are really lucky to be born in here, as we Gen Z are really have access to internet. We can search, like for example, if we are in a difficulty, we can just go ask Google or go ask ChatGPT to help you with your question or your materials or something like that. But if it's used unwisely and wrongly, it can have a negative impact to you. So now I want to explain about what is ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is about an AI tool that is generated with a fast response. So if you ask a question like a history question, for example, who is our first president in Indonesia? So it will answer it quickly, like, so the first president of Indonesia is Soekarno. And this tool was made by OpenAI in November 2022. And it's stated that in the news, a whopping 1 million users used this tool after the 5 days of its release. And the latest news in January 2024 right now stated that 180.5 million users used ChatGPT. The highest among them was last month. Apparently, it shows in the news that 1.6 billion users used ChatGPT to assist them in their studies. And then even the OpenAI chief, Sam Altman, says that 100 million people use ChatGPT every week. And this is why I want to conduct my research and to find how does ChatGPT influence on the students' learning style, whether it gives them a negative or a positive impact. The theoretical framework that I use here is from Spiceworks, stating that ChatGPT can give you a fast response answer, but the negative thing is that the knowledge that it acquires is only until September 2021. I tried to ask, like, in this year we have an election for the new president. Like, should we choose like Prabowo, Anies, or Ganjar? And then later, the AI didn't really specifically answer my question, but more on suggesting my question, like we should like find the purpose, their goals, and then etc. like that. Not answering, but more on suggesting. And then this can be correlated to top hat theory, stating that in learning style, there's 4 divisions: auditory, visual, kinesthetic, and tactile. I want to find this research because how to ChatGPT can affect on their learning style. So by doing this, I conducted a research finding 60 respondents throughout high school students, can be from any school, can be from MSCS, Soetjahjo, and etc. like that. And then I asked them what they use ChatGPT on. And a lot of the people say in the surveys that they use ChatGPT by giving out examples, helping them explaining their materials more, and it can also help them in paraphrasing. And I asked them once more in the survey that do they double check the answer that is given by ChatGPT or not, because ChatGPT can give you a biased answer sometimes, or the answer that is given to you is plagiarized. And this can raise a concern because it can have a negative impact towards the students. Mostly, like 76% of the students out of 60 says that they double check and also ask their educators and friends if the answer that ChatGPT gave to them is correct or not. This is good as they are aware of the risk that ChatGPT can give to them. And even though there's like 24% of the students are still not aware of the risk here, but it is still good that 76% of the students are aware of the risk that this tool can bring them. And I conducted an interview to one of the experts saying that should we coexist with ChatGPT or should we go back to the way like learning from books and records and etc. like that. And the answer that they gave to me is learning is still learning. We can still have knowledge, and if you like to read a book or more comfortable reading a book, you can go. And if you are like me, using ChatGPT and like to find a fast response, fast information, you can use ChatGPT. And either way, both ways are still the same as you will gain knowledge from them. And from the result, how do students perceive ChatGPT in their learning style? Well, it depends on the students, as ChatGPT can be beneficial for them if they are using it correctly, but it can give a negative impact like reducing their critical thinking and making them being lazy to think or even to try on answering. And the recommendation from this is that AI can be a drug, and so use it wisely and don't get addicted to it. Both of the experts that I interview also says that it is okay for the students to use ChatGPT as long as they still understand the materials that the ChatGPT gave to them and they could understand it correctly without any problems. Thank you for listening from my presentation. God bless you. And this is the references.